Now, as far as the main navigation menu goes, you've seen this once already. So you already know that we're actually going to be adjusting two things. We're going to be adjusting the nav element itself, and then, of course, the menu items themselves, right? So two different elements. Some of the settings are going to be a little bit different in terms of setting up the nav element, but setting up the menu items themselves to appear horizontal rather than vertical is going to be exactly the same as you saw earlier. Okay, so let's go to work here inside our external style sheet inside, of course, the medium resolution media query. So I'm going to start things off by setting up my nav. Okay, just like the header, it's an HTML5 element, so we're just typing in nav. And I'm going to set his background first, so that's going to be black just as it was before. So background full colon space RGB, and then we're going to go 0, 0, 0, okay, for solid black. And let's see, I'm going to set a padding value. Now, I should mention too, I'm going to be using some different settings, as I say. You may want to use some alternate settings versus what I'm using. I fiddled around a little bit and wound up with some settings that I think work well for me, but again, you're completely free to use your own settings if you want. So, for instance, I'm going to set a padding value of 10 pixels. So what this means is 10 pixels of space all the way around all four sides on the inside of the navigation menu. Once again, those are that's the number that I wound up with myself. You're welcome to use different numbers if you like. Now, I'm also going to set a margin bottom value of 20 pixels, something like this. Now, you're welcome to go and refresh your browser if you like. That's perfectly fine. I want to keep moving, though. I'm going to get the second item set up. This is our conditional formatting. Remember, we talked about this earlier on. So what I'm going to say, once again, just like we did before, is if a list item, an LI, happens to appear inside a nav, then I want to do some stuff to it. Like what? Well, I want it to display inline. That's all I want it to do for now, anyway. So there we go. Go ahead and save up your work. And now I'm going to go and refresh my browser. And there we go. We wind up with something like this. Okay, so I said that I wanted 10 pixels of space above and below, and also on the left-hand side, and also way over on the right-hand side. Now, what's interesting to note, and I'm sure you're going to find this on your side as well, is when I start scaling, I'll get to a point where the main menu is going to wind up breaking onto a second line while I'm still inside the low-resolution device. Okay, so that's to be expected. I was anticipating that, right? It's not really realistic to think that this main navigation menu is going to always reside on a single line. I suppose I could do that if I really wanted to, but I mean, that text would be tiny, right? We'd have to set it up so that the text shrunk, which is no good for, a medium resolution or a tablet device, right? So this is how it's going to look for now. Later on, we'll throw in some additional formatting to maybe increase the font size and make some adjustments and maybe space apart the text and so on. But this is what we wind up with so far.